Hey, Facebook world.
Hi.
Thanks for tuning in. We are now on Spilling the Tea with Chasmar, and I'm Chasmar.
And I'm Jazzelle, bringing you the topic that you want to hear.
From the people you want to hear them from.
Yes, God. Cheers to that one, honey.
Yes.
Yes. What kind of tea you got over there?
Girl, I got the jasmine.
Oh, yeah, jasmine?
Is
she a mouthful?
She's smelling cute, real cute.
Real cute? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready to dig into her.
Good too. I got the same kind.
So, yeah. We want to wait for some people to show up.
Nobody in there? Okay. Okay. All right. But, this is still recording.
But cool. But how was your weekend?
My weekend was great. It was very uneventful. But something did happen. And I was talking to an old friend, and my friend shall remain nameless. We don't want to spill. We want to spill teas, but we want to spill all those teas.
You spook your own tea. Girl.
Yeah, I spook my own tea, honey. I don't want to do that. But he was talking about different stuff, and then one of the things he told me was that he doesn't like being around or dating very flamboyant, overtly feminine gay men. And to me, that put up a red flag right there, because somebody I knew for a long time. And mind you, I've known him for a very long time. Like, I known him back since high school. And when he was giving us butt pads, honey, and extension tees and all kinds of stuff like that, but still being a boy. You know how gender fluid being gay can be sometimes when you're growing up gay. So for him to say that to me just was like very blunt, and it offended me, because to me the best thing about being part of the LGBT community is that you can be whoever you want, and you could be with whoever you want. And by him saying that to me, it kind of like led me into something else. It made me think about like gender roles in the gay community, and specifically the black gay community. And I was thinking about tops versus bottoms, and what does that play in our role. And you tops, people say you have to be masculine, you have to be dominant, and when you're feminine, or you're a bottom, you have to be effeminate, you have to like give up power.
Yeah.
Well, so in your experience, like, what do you...
That topic can go a lot of places. And yeah,
because it started off with me just saying, about my friend here, which, that's not really about him, but it just, he kind of, like, started the conversation to to, and so, I mean, in your opinion, like, without being too personal, I mean, who do you go for as far as dating?
Well, I like to date guys that are...
And this, be keeping it real on here. So
I like to date guys that are,
tease.
that are like me. I like the perfect balance between masculine and feminine.
And you think you're giving that?
Yeah, I think that I give that. I think that it's, you got to have a perfect balance. People that are completely comfortable with themselves. Now, as far as like in the bed, though, that's another topic. You can go as far as you want to in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, in my relationships, I usually like to play the dominant guy in the relationship. I don't like the labels top and bottom. Okay. And I don't date people that uses those labels of top and bottom. If I was to refer to myself as anything, I would say versatile. I would say versatile.
Right.
Yeah.
And I forgot to say that there are tops and bottoms, and I know some people do. Like you said, you don't like labels, but some people do say that they're versed. And
yeah.
Yes.
But y'all, I don't like, I don't really get into the girls climbing my back.
Why not? Personally, if you're going to kill, why don't you?
Y'all, it hurt.
I mean...
It's just not my cup of tea.
I mean, we all know butt sex, because we can't curse on here. And this is a family-oriented show. So we all know that butt sex hurts, you know what I mean? But so when that comes to like, you saying you and your relationships and stuff like that, like as far as like sex play, do you feel like, there's certain things you can't do in your sexual in your bedroom? Like, is there certain things you can't do?
No, if you in a relationship, well, me, if I was in a relationship, then things can go as far as you want them to go. Now, if I'm not dating you and I don't owe you anything or whatever the case may be, I'm not going to go into doing all of that. Now, if you ask and say, like, I really want to, you know, have, like, intense intercourse or whatever the case may be, then maybe I'll consider, bending you over, but no. You're not going to climb my back. Like, that's just
So you believe in getting a full treatment?
And the full treatment.
You know what full treatment is?
Full treatment.
A full treatment.
A full treatment.
You get service in the front and you get service in the back.
There we go.
Okay.
Wait, so how far does things go with you?
I'm a woman, baby. I'm a woman. I am a woman. I guess I play those roles. I mean, I prefer to be, I guess you want to say a dominant, a bottom. I'm sorry, no, bottom in a relationship. But I don't really consider being a bottom because I feel like I am a woman, so I'm being a woman in my relationship. Now I know in when it comes to certain transgenders, some transgender women like to, be dominant in a relationship in their whole relationship as far as physically and emotionally. And that's just not me. You know what I mean? I'm dominant in certain kind of ways, but that's in life, not in my bedroom. I know how to play my role.
Right.
So I definitely, and what led me even to think about that, stuff like that, was because sometimes when you have these different tops, bottoms, verse, whatever, sometimes when you're a bottom, you feel the need to give up power to the dominant person.
Right.
And that sometimes could be like detrimental to you because it could be like lead to like, them saying like, oh, I don't want to have sex without a condom, or I don't want to do this. And that could be detrimental to your health and to your psyche. You know what I mean? You're giving up power to this person like that.
Yeah.
And how gay sex is, they're giving power to just any and everybody a lot of times. And not just a specific person. Just a person that you're really in tune with.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Or giving that person the opportunity to have control and complete control, because that's where it goes. I know that's where the heart goes. That's where the mind goes, and But we all got to be comfortable enough with ourselves to be like, baby, I care about me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take the proper precautions to do what we have to do to keep ourselves sane and keep ourselves protected. And I think going through those measures is kind of important too.
Definitely. Protection is definitely key. And speaking of protection, we just want to just chime this in, and we're going to continue back on to our main subject, but we want to talk about the AMP study, which is antibody-mediated prevention. And it's a study that we do here, the Rochester Victory Alliance, and me and Chasmar are both a part of, where we both do outreach. And I'm sure you guys seen us out in the community before, working along with others alongside us. And it's basically just a new way of looking at HIV prevention using antibodies. This is a groundbreaking study where antibodies are basically used to protect you against HIV. And antibodies itself in your body protect against diseases and all kinds of stuff like that get in your body. But this specific antibody fights HIV up to 90%. So it's special. And in theory, in a laboratory setting, if HIV was to get in your system, these BNAbs, which are body neutralizing antibodies, will wrap around HIV, and HIV cannot latch onto your cells. So that alone is very, very, very powerful, and it's something that people should really get involved in. And we're looking for participants to be in our study. And to qualify, you have to be between the ages of 18 and 50, men who have sex with men, trans women, and trans men who have sex with men, and HIV negative, and that means not living with HIV. So, yeah.
So, on this topic that we were on,
yes,
what do the people have to say?
Did anybody comment? Did anybody say anything?
I see Kevin on. Hey, Kevin. How's it going?
Hi, Kevin. Do I know Kevin? You know pretty much who I know. I don't know.
I'm not sure if you know Kevin.
I can't. First of all, this because I can't. Chasmar can see the prompt. He can see the view of the phone, but I can't. I need glasses. I don't have contacts on, so I really can't see. Hi. I just see the hi. Is that Andrew? Hi, Andrew. Hey, Andrew. Yes, Andrew's 28. Andrew actually works with the Rochester Victory Alliance, so thank you, Andrew, for tuning in. Is that Andrew Moran, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just piggyback on our topic about being dominant. You said you're dominant as far as like.
Yeah, I like to be dominant in the bedroom.
In bedroom. So you said in as far as your relationship, just not outside the bedroom.
Just not you know, outside the bedroom, I like to
play. I
play.
had a conversation with you one time, and I thought it was very misogynist.
I can get there.
Why I thought
that
was
times.
because he said that if he's in a relationship with someone, he expects to come home to a cooked meal every night. That's very misogynist. You can say that.
I expect it.
You do.
I expect it. It depends on the roles that we're playing and how we're playing them out. You know, if you're a full-time worker, like I'm a full-time worker, we can definitely play it, you know, hand in hand and try to play off the roles or whatever. But I look at myself as the more dominant character. So I like to be the one that provides and, you know, make sure that the house is, you know, that we have a roof, you know, and I like to date people that make sure that the home stays.
It's taking care of the home.
Yeah, that makes this house a home.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, I'm not judging you. I mean, we teach his own, and I believe in to each his own.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I'm very traditional. I think that there's roles in relationships, and I think, you know what I mean. You guys can tell me how you feel about it too. But
please,
I think that
tune in, because I don't find this so wrong, because I mean, I'm kind of a traditionalist too. But see, the thing about it is that, so you feel like because you're saying you're traditional, or you think you're following heterosexual norms. Gay people placing heterosexual norms in their relationships because you're not heterosexual. But yeah, you expect, because you're taught to play like this dominant, powerful man type, and you're expecting your significant other to be a woman,
a little more submissive.
A
little more submissive. I expect that.
So you don't feel like you're adopting heterosexual norms? Or you saying you watch your father and your mother, and this is what you're reflecting in your own relationship?
In a way. And I think it has some history to do with it too. Like, I didn't really have that man around the house when I was coming up. So I want to be able to give that to my household. I want to be the man that I'm supposed to be.
That.
And
I appreciate that.
Regardless of, you know, our roles as individuals and whatever the case may be, you know, not to offend anyone, but I feel like men should hold it down like a man. You know what I mean? If you want to play dominant and you want to be that man, and this can go for trans men too. You know, if you're gonna have that role of being the dominant one, or being the king of the castle, then you need to play that king of the castle. That's just how I
say anything.
That's Kevin. He said that's some good tea. Child. Child. Yes, but yeah, I just feel like, you know, if you want to play the dominant character, you should be the dominant character, and I just think that dominant character should take care of home.
You know what? I agree. I agree to a certain extent. I'd agree to a certain extent because I feel like, you know, if you're even if you, like, say if you're a gay man and you're very flamboyant, or you're being who you are, that don't mean that you can't, you know what I'm saying, be in charge and stuff like that. But I guess that's not what you're saying. I guess you're saying you can still be all that and still be dominant in a relationship.
Yeah, you know, and I, you know,
but would you
and I
take
like
that
to
person seriously?
I would. They just, you know, gotta hold down the role. If you want to be taken seriously, then you gotta take yourself serious. You know, I just have certain rules to things, and I don't mind giving anyone the torch. That, you know, I'm not against it, but you really gotta play king.
I'm sorry I'm bombarding you with these questions. I mean,
you gotta really play king in my castle, because honey child, I don't.
You don't. Okay.
I don't know.
So you feel like if you're gonna play that role, you're gonna have to come correct.
You got to come correct.
I completely
understand. If you want to be that king, you got to be that king.
Yes, God.
You know, because
cheers
to that, honey. Cheers to that.
Yes.
Drink to that, mama.
Did we have anyone? Did anybody say anything? I see a comment there. Is it the same comment?
Angela Valentino. She said, "Hey, beautiful."
Hi, boo. And oh my God, Angel is one of my best friends, and she has her own boutique called Hidden Candy. It's for all you trans girls who need an extra coverage, honey. And definitely go on Hidden Candy Boutique on Facebook, like the page, and definitely visit her, because she do have a lot of cute designs, a lot of things going on there. So Thank you,
No
Angel.
Oh, and feel free, boo, to share the video. Get people in the live.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely.
I hear that.
Yes, is that still Angel?
Uh-huh.
I still can't see. Going in. How many viewers do we have here? I still can't see.
We made it up to like 6, and then we went back down, and then whatever.
Definitely.
But they tuning in or whatever. So that's cute.
This is something that we're doing every other Wednesday, and like topics would change, but we definitely want to hear from the viewers on what you guys want to hear from, the kind of conversations that you want me and Chasmar to have with each other. And definitely join in the conversation. Like I said, people are commenting, and we want people to definitely tune into our conversations, ask questions, give your opinion. Even if it's raw, please give it. I mean, we're looking for
that. Fish? That's real fish?
She's one of my sisters.
She's one of your sisters?
She's one of my sisters, honey.
Okay, cute. So, Angela, since you're on, let's talk about this. Heterosexual norms.
Oh, you don't know Angela how I know Angela, honey.
Let's talk about these heterosexual norms. See, because I believe in roles. I believe in people being, really playing the role that they want to play and really holding those roles down. And then we have some people that don't believe that that homosexuals and, people in the LGBT community that, we don't always have to follow those heterosexual norms or, follow the roles that people think that we should follow. In my opinion, I think there should be some structure.
Some structure?
I think there should be some structure. There should be some structure.
I mean, I'm sure the Angel, did she comment?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
She said, "Oh my God, thank you," and laugh out loud. Let's go.
Okay, let her comment. But I'm gonna speak from my point of view, and like I said, I'm friends with Angel, so I kind of already know what she's gonna say because, I'm a friend, and she's very traditionalist too. Very much that she believes that her husband is gonna be the husband and she's gonna be that wife, honey, to hold that home down. But she's very modern in the fact of that she's a businesswoman,
and she does her own thing.
She's gonna do her own thing, and she's gonna get her money and do what she gotta do, but bring that to the home. I could be incorrect. Angel, please correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel that same way too. I feel I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. I can be that way if my husband wants me to do that. But if we didn't have that discussion, then I'm going out there and I'm going to work. I'm going to make a career for myself and do what I want. Yeah. If I could have kids, if whatever case may be, then I'll be that mom, that working mom and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. So I'm kind of a traditionalist, but I'm based in modernist, I guess, if that is even a word or that's a thing. That's what I am a little bit. So
modern day home. Well, there's some things that I do as far as my relationships and, as far as living with my significant other that are a little different from the normal. I just believe in certain things should be in line, as far as, how things kind of flow. Because I'm a hard worker.
Okay. Oh, I know you are a hard worker.
I'm a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? I make sure that my castle is, is strong and it stays the way it needs to stay. I just need someone at home to nurture.
Most definitely. No. And if you're a hard worker, you definitely should have someone at home holding you down at home. So when you come home, you're very much taken care of. And I do believe that most definitely. Also, just a quick off the side, we want to definitely promote the Rochester Victory Alliance's Mr. and Miss Rochester Victory Alliance pageant of the greater good. Please come. It's on April 29th. Doors open at 7:30 and the show starts at 8. Please come and support us. I promise you 100% of the proceeds is going to a charity of the winner's choice. So that's why we call it the pageant of the greater good. Yes, most definitely. So I believe for under it's $12, and I believe for over it's $5. So basically, come. It's April 29th at Tilt.
Y'all come out and support.
Come out and support.
Y'all come out and support.
Like me and Chasmar is definitely going to be there. So please, Rochester gay community, just in general, just come on in and definitely support the RVA. But yes.
You know, we got Pride coming up.
We do Pride.
We got Rochester Pride.
We have Rock Pride, and in August we also have Black Gay Pride. So, and me and Chasmar kind of like we kind of hear a lot about. Well, we both on the Black Gay Pride committee, and I definitely know people who's on the Rock Pride committee, and we have a lot of things. They have a lot of things planned for you guys. Things. I can't go into too much detail about it, but they have a lot of stuff.
A lot of amazing things. I'm excited about this year.
I'm excited too, because last year we had the most biggest outpour of people coming to the Rock Pride ever before. So this year we're gonna amp it up, and we're gonna make it better than what it was. Especially amp. Look. Amp. Anybody need a convention? That was like a cue.
Amp it up. Look.
I was like, so honey, I think that's probably want to be a wrap of our first show. Like I said, definitely, guys, if you have any topics, definitely, I'm sure you could we both on Facebook. We have our own pages, and we also have our own page called Spilling the Tea with Chasmar and Jazzelle. Please like us on Facebook.
Please contact us.
We also have a website that is linked to Rochester Victory Line, so please visit them to hear about our vaccine research and the things that we're doing with them. And as far as looking for participants and recruiting for people, so definitely look into that as well. So is that an end here?
I think that concludes our first show.
Yes.
So it was nice speaking with you guys. We had a good time. Thank you for tuning in to Spilling the Tea.
Yes.
I am Chasmar.
And I'm Jazzelle, honey. And sometimes, honey, the tea just runneth over.
Over.
Yes. Good night, y'all.